Hello, my name is Steph. I'm a nurse and sleep practitioner. Some common sleep difficulties can include finding it hard to settle when you go to bed, waking throughout the night, waking too early in the morning, not falling asleep until late, finding it difficult to get up in the morning, and feeling tired in the day. Changes that occur during puberty can disrupt a teenager's body clock and cause it to shift. During adolescence, the body clock can shift around 2 hours later, and this can last until their early 20s. This means that adolescents are likely to be more active in the evening and go to bed later. Because of this, teenagers may find it hard to settle at night and get up in the morning. Some teenagers find the shift to their body clock can be very disrupted, and it can shift so extremely that it leads to delayed sleep phase syndrome. Delayed sleep phase syndrome is going to sleep very late at night or early hours of the morning and getting up in the late afternoon. A good evening routine will help to prevent disruption to a teenager's body clock. Sleepwalking can happen in up to a third of children at some point. They usually grow out of it by adolescence. It is safe to wake a child when they are sleepwalking. If you have a child who sleepwalks, safety is really important, so think about safety gates and locks on windows. About 3/4 of children have nightmares, with 40% having them on a regular basis. They often start in early childhood with a frightening event or experience. Anxiety can also increase nightmares due to higher levels of cortisol in the body when going to sleep. Children experiencing nightmares often need consoling and reassurance during the night. Talking about any worries or anxieties during the day, but not too close to bedtime, may bring cortisol levels down and avoid nightmares occurring. A calm and consistent bedtime routine may also help. Nightmares are different from night terrors. Night terrors are less common than nightmares and only affect about 3% of the whole population. They don't have any long-term effects and aren't remembered the following morning, but as a parent, family member or carer, they can be very distressing to see. If your child has a night terror, they may appear terrified, confused or shaky. They may be thrashing around, sweaty and have an increased heart rate. If your child is having a night terror, make sure they are safe in their surroundings and support them back into bed. Although there isn't a way to prevent night terrors from happening, simple strategies can be put in place to help. These include having a bedtime routine, talking about worries or anxieties during the day but not too close to bedtime, avoiding any caffeine or sugar in the evening. If your child has a medical condition or takes regular medication, we recommend you speak to a health professional who may give specific advice around sleep. Sleep difficulties in children and young people with additional health needs and learning disabilities can be more common and complex. This can range from finding it hard to get to sleep and waking up a lot at night to irregular sleep patterns and waking early in the morning. There can be several reasons for sleep difficulties. Physical reasons, for example, nighttime wetting. Reduced mobility, meaning your child may not be able to turn and reposition themselves without support. Skin conditions causing itching and discomfort at night. Epilepsy and nighttime seizures or seizures on waking. Autism or communication difficulties. It is okay to change bedtime routines for autistic children. It just may take additional time and require extra support. Other reasons for sleep difficulties can include hyperactive or attention conditions that may make it difficult to settle or move between daytime and nighttime routines. Poor memory skills could mean a child hasn't learnt to sleep in their own bed. Those who have had a lot of hospital stays may have disrupted sleep patterns. And anxiety can also disrupt sleep. So, what can help with anxiety? Talk to your child to try and understand their anxiety or worries. With older children, try talking to them without any pressure, perhaps during mealtimes, whilst walking, or during activities like arts and crafts. It can be easier for them to talk when there is another focus. Provide a calm and consistent bedtime routine for reassurance and predictability. Create a comfortable sleeping space and peaceful environment. Support them to learn how to self-soothe by trying muscle relaxation, mindfulness, or something like worry bags, worry boxes, or worry dolls. You can find out more about self-soothing on our website. Having a bedtime routine is important and will benefit everyone. This is an example of a bedtime routine for an 8-year-old, but timings would be different depending on your child's age. Work backwards from the time your child wakes up to find the ideal bedtime. For example, a 2-year-old needs about 11 to 14 hours of sleep, including a daytime nap of 1 to 2 hours. If they wake at 7 a.m. in the morning, then they should be put to bed about 7 p.m. This means the bedtime routine should start around 4:30 to 5 p.m. A bedtime routine needs to be planned well in advance, and consistency and firmness is key. A sleep routine includes moderate to vigorous physical activity. This improves sleep quality by decreasing the time it takes to fall asleep. Try to include some exercise in the day, such as a walk or a run around. It is important not to eat too late at night or too close to bedtime, as this can prevent sleep. Avoid sugar and caffeine in evening meals and snacks. Good snacks that can support sleep include almonds and bananas. These are rich in magnesium, which promotes sleep and muscle relaxation. Dairy products such as yogurt, milk or cheese, and low-sugar cereals are also good. If you are breastfeeding, breast milk contains naturally occurring melatonin, which can promote a better night's sleep for your child. A bath is an option and can be relaxing as long as your child is comfortable with this. Ideally, a bath should take place 30 minutes before your child gets into bed, as this is something that helps increase the body temperature. It is the slow decrease in the body temperature after the bath that helps us feel more relaxed and nod off more easily. The golden hour is the hour before bedtime for relaxing and winding down. If your child is excited or anxious, their bodies will produce extra cortisol, the hormone that wakes us up and stops us falling asleep. This will then suppress the production of the hormone melatonin, which encourages us to become sleepy. For children, there are lots of activities which stimulate cortisol production, such as exercise, watching TV, and dancing. Focus on quiet time and relaxing. Offer quiet, relaxing activities for your child. This could include spending one-to-one quiet time with your child. You may want to give deep pressure hugs, which can have a calming effect. Listen to relaxing music or audiobooks. Read a story or poems using a quiet tone. Do calming crafts or tasks, puzzles, colour block sorting, counting objects, or a jigsaw. Play with putty. This is a sensory experience that can have a wind-down effect due to the experience of texture and touch. Talk about an imaginary, relaxing place with your child. Focus on imagining sounds, smell, the warm sun. You could draw a picture of this place together. Do stretching or yoga. Try a massage. And remember to turn screens off at least an hour before bedtime, as they will stimulate your child. And finally, it's important to get ready for bed in the same order every day, so changing into pyjamas, brushing teeth, and going to the toilet. Once your child is in bed, spend time looking at a book, reading with them, or listening to an audiobook. Dimming the lights, closing the curtains, and creating some darkness will help promote the melatonin. Then have a cuddle and leave your child to settle. Remember to be realistic. If your child doesn't fall asleep until very late, you will need to plan to gradually move their bedtime routine earlier. Now for a summary of our top tips. Have a clear distinction between daytime and bedtime. If possible, move your child from a daytime part of your home to the nighttime part. Tidy away toys at the end of the day and put them out of view. Turn screens off, including the TV, iPad, laptop or phone. Remember to ask about worries or anxieties earlier in the day. Focus on quiet time and relaxing in the golden hour before bed. Dim the lights in the room as this encourages the brain to get ready for sleep. Once their pyjamas are on, make sure your child stays in their bedroom and doesn't go into the lounge or daytime areas.